As the sun sets, and the light begins to fade, the Taoist world enters a sacred transition. Day gives way to night, yang dissolves into yin, and all of nature begins its quiet return to stillness. Taoists see this period, the hours around dusk, as one of the most important times of the day. Just as morning determines how you move through the world, evening determines how you return to yourself. It is the hour of release, when the outward energy of action softens, and the inward energy of restoration begins to rise. That in Taoist philosophy, yin and yang are not opposites, but complementary forces that continuously transform into one another. The day is movement, creation, and expression. The domain of yang, night is reflection, recovery, and stillness, the essence of yin. When we end our day without awareness, staying busy until exhaustion, or carrying stress into the night, we disturb this natural balance. The mind keeps moving when the body longs for rest, and our qi, our life energy, becomes scattered. Evening rituals in Taoism are not merely routines, they are acts of realignment. They allow us to let go of external energy and reconnect with the inner flow that nourishes both body and mind. When practiced regularly, these simple habits help the nervous system calm, the breath deepen, and the spirit settle back into harmony with nature. The Taoist evening is not about doing more, it's about doing less, with greater awareness. That it's the art of returning. When you close your day with stillness, presence, and intention, you don't just rest, you restore your energy, your clarity, and your connection with the Tao itself. As the sun dips below the horizon, and the last colors of day fade from the sky, the Taoist path begins its return inward. This moment, so ordinary that most of the world overlooks it, carries profound spiritual meaning. That in Taoism, the transition from light to dark represents the shift from movement to stillness, from action to rest, from the external to the internal. It is not simply the end of the day, it is the beginning of renewal. To return to stillness is to reunite with the rhythm of the Tao itself, the eternal flow that moves all things without effort. Stillness, in Taoist thought, is not emptiness or absence, it is fullness beyond motion. It is the space where life regenerates itself. Just as water becomes clear only when it stops being disturbed, the human spirit regains its natural clarity only when it becomes still. The world spends the entire day asking for our energy, our focus, our words, our strength. But as evening approaches, Taoism reminds us to stop giving, and start receiving again. That it is a gentle act of turning inward, of letting the outer world fade, so that the inner world can breathe. That in ancient Taoist temples, practitioners would sit quietly as dusk fell, observing the moment when sound began to thin, and the air grew heavy with yin energy. They would let their minds follow the light as it withdrew from the earth, sinking deeper into silence. This practice was not meditation in the modern sense, it was surrender. There was no mantra to repeat, no effort to focus. That it was simply the art of being with what is, the fading day, the cooling wind, the body's natural urge to slow. In this simple stillness, the Tao reveals itself without words. The greatest obstacle to stillness is our habit of constant doing. Even at the day's end, we cling to thoughts of what's next, what's undone, what's missing. The Taoist perspective sees this as a subtle form of resistance, an inability to flow with nature's rhythm. Every evening, the universe itself rests, the sky grows dark, creatures retreat, and rivers slow their course. That if we continue to push when nature is pulling back, our energy becomes fragmented. Stillness is not a luxury, it is alignment. That it restores the balance between yin and yang, the eternal dance of rest and motion. When you consciously return to stillness, your breath softens, your pulse steadies, and your awareness expands. You begin to sense life as it truly is, not something to be managed or chased, but something to be witnessed. This stillness is the gateway to wisdom, the source of strength that requires no force. As Lao Tzu wrote, those who are still can govern the restless, those who are tranquil can guide the turbulent. By ending your day in stillness, you do not escape life, you return to it, purified, balanced, and in harmony with the Tao. Once stillness takes root, the next step is release. Taoists understand that every action, word, and emotion we experience leaves a subtle trace within us. These traces, if left unresolved, begin to weigh the spirit down. The evening ritual is the time to let go of this invisible weight. That it is not about suppressing emotions or analyzing them, it is about allowing them to move through you, and dissolve naturally. At the end of the day, sit quietly and reflect without judgment. Observe what the day brought, the joy, the irritation, the mistakes, the moments of peace. See them all as part of a single current that has already passed. The Tao never resists the flow of time, it never clings to form. It simply transforms. By recognizing that every event has already become the past, you free yourself from its grip. This practice is what Taoists call emptying the cup. Only when the cup is empty can it be refilled by the freshness of the next dawn. In Taoism, emotional balance is not achieved by control, but by understanding the impermanence of all things. When you let go of the day, you acknowledge that nothing is fixed, neither success nor failure, neither praise nor disappointment. The mind relaxes when it sees that life itself is change. Every exhale becomes a release, every silence a renewal. The body follows the mind, softening its tension, slowing its pulse. You begin to feel lighter, freer, and quietly whole. Letting go is not forgetting, it is forgiving. It is the art of not carrying what no longer serves your path. When practiced daily, this ritual becomes a form of purification. Just as the river clears itself by flowing, the spirit clears itself by releasing. The Tao never holds on, and neither should we. To let go each night is to begin each morning new. After the mind has quieted, and the emotions have been released, the Taoist turns inward to the breath, the bridge between the seen and unseen. Breath is qi in motion, the life force that animates all things. When the breath is shallow, the mind is restless. When the breath deepens, the spirit becomes steady. The Taoist evening practice uses the breath to restore the body's energy to its natural rhythm. There is no complex technique required. You simply sit or lie down, close your eyes, and allow the breath to lengthen naturally. The inhale draws qi inward, the exhale releases what is no longer needed. With each breath, you become more connected to the rhythm of the universe, expanding and contracting, receiving and releasing. Taoist masters often said, "He who knows his breath, knows his life." They believe that when the breath and the mind move together in harmony, health, peace, and clarity arise effortlessly. In this calm breathing, the organs rest and renew, the nervous system releases its grip, the heart finds its natural pace, the flow of energy through the meridians becomes smooth once again. The breath doesn't just oxygenate the body, it nourishes the spirit. Every inhalation becomes a reminder that life is a continuous cycle of giving and receiving. Every exhalation becomes a reminder that nothing truly belongs to us. When you harmonize your breath, you harmonize your existence. The Tao teaches that effort disrupts balance, but awareness restores it. So you don't control the breath, you listen to it, you let it teach you how to move without resistance. As the breath slows, thoughts slow. As thoughts slow, being unfolds. This is how the Tao breathes through you. When the body is calm, and the energy balanced, the Taoist turns the heart toward gratitude. In Taoism, gratitude is not merely a feeling, it is a state of harmony with what is. It arises naturally when one sees the perfection already present in the moment. Gratitude transforms perception, it turns ordinary existence into sacred experience. The Taoist doesn't list blessings or count achievements. Instead, he simply becomes aware of the breath that sustains, the air that cools, the silence that heals. Every sensation, no matter how small, is seen as a gift of the Tao. To be grateful is to acknowledge that life is already whole, that nothing is missing. When gratitude fills the heart, desire loses its grip, and peace returns effortlessly. This quiet appreciation shifts the vibration of the entire being. Where there was tension, there is softness. Where there was restlessness, there is contentment. Gratitude purifies the mind without struggle, because it dissolves the illusion of lack. The Taoist evening is not about seeking new meaning, it's about seeing the meaning that's already here. In every sound, every breath, every moment of being. To sleep in gratitude is to rest in alignment with the Tao Te allows the spirit to drift into the night with lightness and trust. When you awaken the next morning, your heart feels new, not because the world has changed, but because your perception has. Gratitude is the bridge between the day you've lived and the peace you seek. The final stage of the Taoist evening ritual is Wu Wei. The art of non-doing. It does not mean inactivity, it means effortless action, resting in flow. The Tao moves without striving, rivers do not rush, yet they reach the ocean, the moon does not hurry, yet it completes its cycle. Wu Wei teaches us to trust this same intelligence within our own lives. In the modern world, even rest has become another task. We try to relax, we schedule calm, we force peace, but true rest cannot be achieved through effort, it comes only through allowing. Non-doing is the practice of releasing control. It is the deep acceptance that everything is unfolding exactly as it must. As you lie down to sleep, you enter Wu Wei, you no longer direct, no longer decide, you simply exist. The breath breathes itself, the heart beats on its own, the body surrenders to the rhythm of nature. In this surrender, healing happens, the Tao works through you when you stop trying to manage it. This is the highest wisdom of the evening. Peace is not created, it is revealed, when you stop disturbing it. The art of non-doing completes the cycle, from action to stillness, from effort to ease, from control to trust. To end your day in Wu Wei is to dissolve back into the Tao itself, the source of all things, the silent harmony that moves the stars, and guides the breath within you.